Welcome to the She's Bold podcast. I'm Beth Whitman. Hey there. This is a short episode to let you all know that I'm going to be taking a little break from podcasting. As longtime listeners know, prior to the pandemic, I had only ever recorded with my guests in person. But because of the lockdown and the inability to travel, because I would either travel to guests or they would be passing through Seattle, and then with social distancing, I've had to record via Zoom. And while recording remotely has been great on one hand, it's allowed me to record with women I would never have had the opportunity to record with previously. It's just not the same for me when there is this technology that's between us. I have really missed being able to sit down with someone, share a hug, a cup of coffee, and riff off the electricity that only comes from speaking with someone face to face. It's just a much better experience for me, for the guest, and for listeners when these conversations take place in person. Now, this fact does not take away anything from the women I've spoken with in the past 6 months or so. I've loved the chance to chat with guests from as far away as South Africa. But I do need to put this on pause until the environment changes and I can go back to recording with these ladies, in person, sit down with them and actually have a face-to-face conversation. Pre-COVID, people asked why I didn't just record remotely because it would make scheduling so much easier for me. And while that always sounded super appealing, in my gut, it didn't feel right for me. Though I know other people can pull it off with ease, but for me, it just doesn't work well. And this experiment over the last 6 months has really just proven that to me. So I'm still here and I still love the She's Bold podcast as much as when I launched it 3.5 years ago. But until things change with the virus and we truly get back to some semblance of normalcy, I'm just going to take a break. Now, if you're relatively new to the show, this is episode number 140, so there are lots of great conversations to listen to in the back catalog. And in the meantime, you can catch up with me on Facebook or Instagram, and ladies can join our Be Bold Facebook group. You'll find links to all of those in the show notes. Now, I don't want to get all mushy because this isn't goodbye, but I will say that I so appreciate you all of my lovely listeners and all the wonderful emails I've received. And a very special shout out to my community of Patreon supporters who have helped financially make this podcast possible. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your support and your vote of confidence that these conversations are important and they need to be released out into the world. As always, until next time, be bold.